First Descendant hotfix 1.1.7. Now, this patch happened on the 6th. Essentially, some details I want to go over. So, some content improvements. Reduce the cooldown for Outpost content from 60 to 30 seconds. Guys, so now, instead of getting shafted every 60 seconds, meaning no amorphous patterns dropping, now you can get shafted every 30 seconds. So essentially, let's say you did this for about an hour or so, right? No patterns. Now you can probably do it for more than an hour and some change and still no patterns. There's no real aggression of the 20-25% abysmal drop rate for your amorphous patterns, and that's really the main problem, because then when you finally get a pattern to drop and you actually go and open it, you're most likely shafted there too on a 32% drop when you're looking for the 10 or 6% drop. Those are my thoughts initially with that. But there's always, you kind of want to have your cake and eat it too, right? If they address the pattern drop rates and increase that, we'll be eating for real. With this patch note, we like to share the dev team's reasoning behind reducing the Outpost cooldown to 30 seconds, along with our future plans for further improvement. So 30-second reduction. Based on feedback, we reduced the Outpost cooldown to 30 seconds. Completely removing the delay could make Outpost farming disproportionately more efficient than infiltration operations, potentially leading to less dynamic Outpost farming. With this change, the Outpost cooldown is set to 30 seconds, allowing you to enjoy smooth gameplay while maintaining efficiency similar to that of infiltration. Yeah, this is a so-so thing, guys. I think I would much rather the 60-second cooldown still. Hell, maybe even a little longer if they just almost guaranteed you a pattern drop. Now, Stage 2 Infiltration Fragment Fusion Reactor farming route added. So Stage 2, they've recognized that the main problem with Outpost is forcing inconvenient reward acquisition and lengthy 1-minute cooldown, leading to tedious gameplay. To address this, we plan to enable you to farm amorphous materials not only in Outpost, but also during infiltration. Okay, there's some light in the tunnel yet. Now, operations, this update will allow you to choose between the Outpost Fragment or the Fusion Reactor or Infiltration Fragment Fusion Reactor farming paths, enabling farming without relying on SHAREN. Oh, we aim to implement this change early in Season 2 and provide details as soon as the schedule is finalized. As I said here, without relying on SHAREN, potentially we may be getting Ultimate SHAREN soon then, if she's power crept enough. Maybe she'll even get a lengthy rework, like we got the huge rework to Freyna. Here's hoping there. That could be just an overall good thing right there. Now, Stage 3, the Outpost rework. Plan to rework Outpost is still under discussion following the addition of the new farming route, the infiltration operation, the fragment fusion reactor. Want to keep our options open for a variety of improvements. The goal here, completely overhaul the role and gameplay of Outposts, aiming to improve them so they become more engaging content with continuous battles. Expect this change to lead to an increase in participation in infiltration operations. Additionally, to resolve the issue of long matchmaking times in the infiltration operations, we may plan to introduce a random matchmaking feature. Interesting there. With the feature, you'll be able to earn rewards for completing the selected operation, while the dungeon itself will be randomly matched. The goal is to reduce matchmaking times and provide pleasant multiplayer experience. Okay, I think that's a huge one there, depending on what those rewards will be. I don't remember the top of my head. I think it might be an infiltration in the fortress one. It's not too bad of an operation, but there's really not a lot of people matching for those ones more at the top of the map now in this state of the game. Hopefully, this will kind of address that issue. And they're preparing to implement the random matchmaking system on the Season 2 update. So whenever Season 2 update launches, we can kind of expect to see that. Besides improving the farming route for amorphous materials, with the addition of the infiltration operation fragment fusion and reactor route, we're always aiming to make efficiency improvements to farming, as well as making it more engaging. Those are kind of what they want to do with the content improvements going forward, and then kind of leaning into Season 2. I also have some UI and UX improvements. As always, you guys can kind of pause here. It's kind of the miscellaneous things. Hell, I don't even play this game much anymore to notice a lot of this stuff that they've made improvements on. But made improvements so you can adjust module settings immediately after completing an infiltration operation or void intercept battle until right before matchmaking begins. The hold time for buttons for pop-up messages displayed under specific conditions has been reduced. So party invitation notification, join party, void intercept battle completion, mission completion results. Improve the reactor info tooltip layout so the info can be viewed easier. Improve the mission results window, including infiltration operations not displaying while other UI such as the inventory is open. That's a huge one. If you'll pull up your inventory right at the end, when it's time for that mission results screen to pop up, it would overwrite you being in your inventory, cleaning out inventory. And then miscellaneous, remove the hero landing character animation when jumping from a high altitude. Now transit to next action more quickly after landing. That's kind of cool. We do have some bug fixes and whatnot here as well. So regarding the special operation, defend Albion resource, fix an issue where missions or challenges related to complete conditions were not being counted correctly. Mention known issues noticed, apologize for inconvenience. 20 supply coins will be sent via mail. Sent to login between the 6th and the 10th. Also more miscellaneous stuff. Defend Albion resource compensation notice. More things here, other issues fixing. Things going over the weapons and whatnot. Ultimate module swooping squad for both general and special rounds have been updated. The attack up effect of the module when defeating an enemy has been adjusted so that instead of being reset, only the duration of the effect will be reset. Ultimate weapon, cavalry gun, name is status effect. Ricochet has been changed from precise strike to stun. Fix an issue where the visual effect were only displayed on 2 enemies. An issue where the visual effect is not clearly visible. Now activate on environmental objects and intercept battles. Just more kind of UI things there. Nothing really too game breaking. Just the visuals of it, right? And that's pretty much it there. More UI things down here. Now regarding the shop, fix an issue where descriptions of these played incorrectly. Really just minor UI stuff there, nothing really too crazy there. These were the first Descendant 1.1.7 hotfix things. Let me know down below what you guys think about the Outpost things. Again, to kind of summarize and reiterate, they're essentially looking to make the Outpost at 30-second reduction, so 30-second cooldown on the Outpost. They haven't did anything regarding the pattern drops. And they may not do anything regarding the pattern drop because then that'll kind of, change the whole grind of everything, which I don't think they're really looking to do. Maybe later down the road, maybe Season 3, Season 4. But by then, if you've been playing the game consistently, you probably don't care too much about Outposts anymore. Even now going into Season 2, I'm sure a lot of people don't really care about the Outpost or core Descendant players. You're really moving on to other things if you're even still playing the game as heavy as you were. They're essentially looking to kind of wrap into different pathings going into the infiltration operations to essentially power creep the Outposts entirely based on this info we're getting here going into Season 2. But really, I think they should just, with the patterns, go over the drop rates in the Outposts. Hopefully in infiltration operations, you hitting that score to get those patterns will kind of alleviate that, and if it does, then there's really no point in the Outpost to begin with. So really iffy here on these changes regarding that. That's all we have today for you guys. Stay on the lookout. We will be dropping our ultimate Freyna build guide that we've kind of been working on, tinkering with things to essentially give you guys the best possible build that we can make. And remember to slay and conquer.